guys, how's everyone doing today? So today is the day before Thanksgiving, and I was sitting here thinking, trying to figure out what I'm going to do for my makeup for Thanksgiving. And I decided that after going through every palette that I own, that the palette I'm going to use for my Thanksgiving look is the Big Jaclyn Hill palette. And that's only because there are so many colors in here that have inspired me for Thanksgiving. Like this whole row, and then most of this row here is all like perfect Thanksgiving colors for me. So if you have a palette similar to this, I know that there's some knockoff versions of this that are a lot cheaper. I mean, if you have the Alamar palette, that'll work for this. If you have any of the Jaclyn Hill small palettes, you know, two of them will work. The Ring the Alarm and Armed and Gorgeous. They'll work also, but I mean, I love this palette, and I know a lot of people have it. So this is the palette I'm going to use for my Thanksgiving Day look. And mind you, I will be cooking all day, so I'm really going to be putting all of my makeup to the test tomorrow. So anyway, to not make this video any longer, I'm going to start off with this yellow shade right here. And I'm going to take down a big fluffy brush and put that high up in my crease. I'm just trying to pack on the pigments, that way I don't make this part very long, because sometimes this color doesn't want to show up on my skin because I do have a very olive skin tone. And, excuse me, my skin is a little darker. And I'm sorry, I didn't tell you, I primed my eyelids and set it with the setting powder. I mean, I always do, but I forgot to say it this time. I'm bringing this up higher than my crease also, because I want that to be the color that stands out on top of all the other colors. Alright, so that's the first color. I'm going to move on to my Morphe M330, and I'm going to use this shade right here, which is like a burnt orangey red. I'm just going to put that directly in my crease. Now you can see it definitely. I noticed as this palette gets a little bit older that the colors are getting more fallout. Like when I first got it, there wasn't much fallout at all. But now there's like a lot of fallout in it, so it must be getting old. It's almost a year old, and I don't know when the expiration is. Oh yeah, 1 year. So it's coming up on the expiration date, and I haven't even made it through a quarter of the colors. I use this palette every day for so long. This was like my favorite go-to palette for everything, because there's so many different colors in it, and it really is like the perfect palette when you're starting out, because you have all these colors, and I mean, most of them are buildable, but some of them do pack a punch of pigment. Like, oh, that was a tongue twister. Like these teal colors down here, like that one. I mean, the pigment's crazy, but I mean, it's a good beginner-friendly palette for most of the, you know, the lighter and the natural shades up here. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic. So it doesn't matter if it looks a little messy. I know mine looks a little bit messy right now, but most of those colors are going to be covered anyway, except for that first yellow shade. So now I'm going to move into a smaller blending brush. As soon as I find it. Alright. So I'm going to be using the Lexi 121, which is the mini blending brush right here. And I'm going to dip into this burgundy shade right there. And I'm going to bring this in the outer corner. Just tapping the color on. And I'm going to bring it up to the crease. I don't want to totally cover the red, but I want it to be, I want the burgundy to be a little bit more dominant. Might not be the right brush for this, but I think I'm going to go to my mini angled brush. So I'm bringing it about halfway into my eyelid almost. But I'm keeping the top a little bit more open. I'm bringing this into my crease. A little closer to my crease. Like that. If you can see this, I put the brush in my crease right here, and I pull it forward, and it gives that slanted line, and then I just kind of fill it in from there. It's the easiest way I can explain it. So I'm not pulling it out too far, and I'm going on that inward slant to keep my eyes looking lifted, and then I'll put it in my crease with whatever's left over on the brush. Sorry guys, I feel like I'm out of breath. So there, I'm going to bring it a little further on this one. Sorry guys, I have a mirror behind my camera, so I kind of try to always look in my mirror as I'm doing this, but I want to keep my attention towards you guys also, so I'm trying. Alright, so I got pretty much my eyes the way I want them right now, but I am going to go into a darker shade just to deepen up the very outer V of my eye. And for that, I think I'm going to go into this dark brown shade right here on the same brush. And I'm just going to tap that right in the outer V of my eye. And then into the very outer part of my crease. It's kind of going to get, I can't talk today. I think I had too much coffee. As I drink more, I just want to keep that boxed off, like, shape right here. I hope you understand what I mean. There you go. It'll look neater once I'm done. I can clean it up. I mean, the reason why I don't stick to being, like, perfectly neat is because it's okay to mess up, and I'm not going to act like it's 100% simple every time I do my makeup, because it's really not. Like, there's times where I wash this stuff off 3 or 4 times because I get so aggravated with it, but every time I do that, I learn something else new from it. So, I mean, it's a process. Nobody's perfect. Nobody can do their makeup 100% perfect every time they do it. You know, nothing's perfectly even. I mean, we're human. So, you know, be human. Make mistakes. I know I surely did. Alright. So now I got that where I want it. I'm trying to think of what shade I want to use. There's so many shimmers in here. I think I'm going to stick to gold just because that is a color that comes to mind when I think of Thanksgiving and doing my eyes. But I'm not going to use the one in here because I do believe it's going to be, I'm going to try it. Let me see. Because this one seems like a little bit dark, right? Maybe it'll work. We'll try it. If I don't like the way it looks, I can throw some Cover FX glitter drops right here over top of it because that's gold too, and it'll dim down the darkness. So I'm going to use my finger since it's already there. And I'll bring this all the way into my inner corner and then just bring it out to the darker color. Oh, sorry. Hiccups a little bit. Indigestion, something. Alright, so now I'm actually going to use a shader brush instead of my finger. And I'm going to dip into gold. It's right here. It's like a bronzy gold almost. And then I'm going to use my little mirror over here so I can, you know, see what I'm doing too. And I'm going to put this in from my crease all the way up to the top of my crease here. And I'm going to fade it into the dark color here. So that way we can see all the colors still. What do you think? I think it might be alright. I think I might use the Cover FX drops to lighten it a little bit, but I think it's a good color. My favorite gold color is made by Maybelline. It's actually, let me get it. It's a single shadow, but it's like my favorite gold to use. Right here, it's called the Glow Down. Let's see if I can get it. There you go. And this color here is just amazing. Like, I probably should have used this because it's my favorite. But that is just like the most beautiful gold that I have. And it's not like crazy to where it's like yellow in your eye, but it still looks beautiful. So if I don't like it, maybe I can do that too. I think I like this though. So I'm going to bring this in the inner corner here, all the way up to my crease, and fade it into the dark. I need a little bit more. There we go. That's not bad. I have one little spot I'm going to put a little bit more on. Right there. And then I have my little trick that I do. I don't see many people doing it this way, but it's my way of doing it because I don't want to destroy my palette. I think I've said this before. But what I'll do is after I'm done doing my shimmer shade on my eye, I will spray my brush. And then just tap it over top of the shimmer shadow, and it'll make it more pigmented without destroying your eyeshadow pan that you're using. And you just tap it across like this. It just settles in any powder that happens from the pigment. Now to me it looks a lot smoother already. But it just kind of like sets the pigment down and blends it into your eye. There we go. So I'm going to clean up around them in a minute. What I'm going to do first, sorry, ambulance going by. I'm going to take that angled brush that I used, and I'm going to go into the burgundy shade that I used already, right here. And I just want to make sure that I didn't take any of that away with the shimmer. So I'm going to bring that back across the bottom here. Like that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Then I don't want to take away that angle I have. Tractor trailer went by, sorry. It's like without fail, every time I go to film, I have a ambulance, a tractor trailer, a bunch of traffic, or gnats flying in my camera lens. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the top. I do have one spot that I fixed right there. I don't know why it looks like that. It must just be like the fold of my eye that does it sometimes. I'm going to put a little more gold right there. See, I guess it looks a little bit better. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of my makeup off camera real quick, and I'll come back to do my lower lash line with you. Alright, so now that I finished my whole face except for the rest of my eyes and my highlighting in my eyes, I did do a burgundy lip, and I did my eyebrows and my whole face, and I highlight it. So for my under eye, sorry, pull the palette back out. I am going to start off with that very deep burgundy shade right here. And I'm going to mix it with the deep brown right here. And I'm going to start on the outer portion of my lower lash line. So dip it in the burgundy, the brown, burgundy. And then I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it as close as I can to my lower lash line. Like that, and bring it up to the rest of my eye. So that way you can see it's connected on the side and there's no gapping. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Right there. I think I need to bring it a little further. There we go. Then I'm going to use a different brush. It's a angled smudger brush. Alright, I got it. So I'm going to use an angled smudger brush, and I'm going to dip it into that red color that we used up here, the burnt orangey red. And I'm just going to blend that out here. And just bring it down a little further to help cover any lines that I have underneath my eyes. Always make sure to connect it here. And just a quick tip, if you ever take it, like if you look right there, I took it down a tiny bit too much. What I can do is take a translucent powder on like my little powder brush, and then take it underneath like that, and it'll wipe it right away for you. So I guess it's an advantage to having that. But I do like to bring it down a little further to help cover, like, you know, little fine lines and wrinkles underneath my eyes. There we go. That's about even. So, I mean, that's basically it for that. I'm going to go off camera. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. No, I'm not. So I'm actually going to go into this palette here again. And there's these two colors up here at the top. I'm going to mix them together for my inner corner and my brow bone. These are very, very, very pretty. Sorry, it's a lot of berries. They're very pretty shades for the inner corner and brow bone. They're very bright, and I gotta find a different word besides very. I'm sorry, guys. They are. They're nice colors. I'll say it that way. I don't want to use that one word anymore than I already have. All right. So you can see this highlighted in here. And now I'm going to use the same two colors, and I'm going to put it up here at my brow bone. And it actually just lifts your eyebrows up for you a little bit, which also gives you that lifted eye look. Alright, so I'm going to go off camera, do my liner and my mascara, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is my completed look. This will be my look for tomorrow more than likely. I hope it is, because I said it was going to be. I do like it a lot, and I hope you guys liked it also. I'll give you a close-up so you can see everything. I did not spray my face with setting spray. I didn't think it needed it because it doesn't really look chalky, and I set everything with different powders. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye guys.